4. Beautiful. All right, cool. So if you are not muted already on the Zoom call, you can go ahead and mute yourself. Thank you so much for being here today. We are going to be using a playlist. This is the last week of July, which is an insane thing to say outside, but we'll be using the July 2020 playlist on my Spotify per the usual. We'll have a new one ready for next week. So if you want to pop on there, if you haven't done this before, the playlist has a silent track first. So I'll count us down to hit play on that first track. And then that way you have a little bit of time to get to your mat and I can chat for a few moments and then it'll automatically start playing after 4 minutes. So you don't have to worry about getting up and hitting play again. So there's that. The other thing I want to just remind you of is that this week, 100% of donations are going to the Reclamation Ventures Wellness Relief Fund. And Reclamation Ventures is a nonprofit that supports marginalized communities and in the wellness and like fitness world. So individuals and also studios. And ever since COVID began, they have been directly funding these same people based on donations that they receive. So this is run by Nicole Cardozo. You've probably seen her all over Instagram. She also sends out a daily anti-racism work email. If you want to sign up for that, she's awesome and is well worth your time. So anyway, that's I think that's the business. Again, if you're not muted, go ahead and mute yourself. Yeah, let me pop that playlist into the chat here. Give me just a moment. I think a lot of you have played it before. Give me just 1 second. All right. It's taking me a minute to pull this up. Sorry, G. Copy link to playlist, and we'll put it right here. Cool. So you should be able to click on that if you don't have it already, and we will get started here in just a moment. So let me pull up my playlist on my phone here so we can all press play together. Everyone all set? Got your phones ready, computers ready, iPads ready, whatever it is? All right. And we'll do 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and hit play on that first track. All right, so go ahead and make your way onto your mat and we'll begin lying down on our backs today. So if you want to find your way onto your back, I'm going to encourage you to start today with your knees bent and feet planted on the ground. So that the knees point straight up and you can just allow that back body to ground down. And this just allows a little bit more ease on the low back, a little bit more ease on the front of the hips. I feel like I say this every week now, but I think a lot of us are still doing a fair amount of sitting, and that means that we spend a lot of time with our hips in flexion. So with that crease at the front of the hips, and having the knees bent sort of emulates that same shape. We are going to work our way into stretching the front of the hips out, but to begin with, we don't need to push ourselves so hard. We can just start by letting our bodies be as easeful as possible, letting this be as comfortable as possible. Yeah, and so if that means that you need to make a couple of adjustments here, go for it, right? They might be small adjustments, like maybe moving your arms a little further away from your body, tucking your shoulders underneath your back. You might notice if there's a shape that would feel better to you, and that might be a big adjustment where you move your body into a completely different shape. But wherever you are, just let yourself be there, right? Allow yourself to be exactly where you are. And if it feels comfortable to close the eyes, then let the eyelids get heavy. Start to notice the quality of your breath here, right? Allowing it to fill up the lungs, allowing it to easily flow out. Full breath in here. And a full breath out. Inhale through the nose and exhale. All right, and now continue breathing, obviously, please. But start to notice how the breath is moving and the pace that it's moving at. And if you're having a hard time sort of touching base with your breath, it might be helpful to bring one hand over the heart and one hand onto the belly so you can feel the lungs expand as they lift and open up across the chest, but also the belly lift and expand as you breathe in. You can notice the opposite effect as you exhale. Letting this become just like a natural observation, feeling your physical body, this tangible sensation. And then without needing to move your arms at all, we're gonna work with some alternate nostril breathing without using our hands, right? So this will happen in the mind. And I'd like you to take one breath in here and then one breath out. And then using just your mind, try to inhale through the left nostril. Pausing at the top, exhale through the right nostril. And we'll breathe in through the right nostril here. Pausing for a moment at the top and exhale the left side. Breathe in through the left. Breathe out through the right. Inhale, right side. Exhale, left side. Two more times. Breathe in, left. And breathe out, right. Inhale, right. And exhale, left. Last time, breath in through the left side. And breath out through the right. And full inhale through that right nostril. And exhale on the left. And then together, let's inhale through the nose, fill up all the way to the top. And open the mouth and sigh out that breath. And then go ahead and reach your arms up overhead and take a nice good morning stretch here, expanding through the side bodies. And then gather the knees up into the chest and welcome them into the present moment. Feel yourself where you are. Right? This gentle rock from side to side might feel good, but again, prioritizing your attention on how you're feeling without getting too caught up in the judgment of it. And then we'll just let the knees fall off to one side. Spread the arms wide for a supine twist here. Eyelids can stay heavy. We're really going to ease our way into this practice today. No rush at all. I promise we'll get going. So it's been a tough week after last week, which was also tough, and the week before that, which was also really tough. In fact, I'd say it feels like every single day has felt more and more challenging. And when we step onto our mats, I think it's hard sometimes, for me, I should say, to prioritize this practice when there's so much going on in the world, right? It's really hard, to be completely honest with you, to show up and come up with something that's inspiring or exciting to talk about or teach. And usually my strategy is to just like couch uncomfortable things in a joke or some dumb fact. Like I thought about this week talking about how I recently learned that bees have 5 eyeballs, right? Which is like so crazy. I thought it would either be 2 or like 2,000. So that doesn't matter, obviously, right? Go ahead and lift your knees up through center and find your second side supine twist. So what I settled on is something that comes up a lot right now in our world. We're living at a time where the entire world, and maybe specifically Portland right now, is offering us this opportunity to step into action, right? And when I think about the word action, I think about yoga. In fact, the roots of the word action when we are looking at Sanskrit come from the word karma, right? We've all heard of karma. We've all thought about karma when maybe when we're driving, like, oh, I shouldn't be a rude driver and cut this person off. But when we think about karma on our yoga mats, it's not just about our external experience. Karma has a lot to do with how we care for ourselves. So we'll explore this a little bit as we move through these shapes today. But for right now, I'd like you to roll your knees back up to center and plant the soles of your feet on the mat. Scoot your heels in a little closer towards your body. And we're going to get rid of that hip crease by lifting the hips up for bridge pose. We do that by driving the knees forward. And I'd like you in your bridge pose to prioritize engaging the glutes. So sure, you can lift the chest up towards the chin, continually drawing the chin away from the chest, but also think about squeezing those glutes inward towards the center line of the body. And, after a few moments, this might feel a little bit more challenging, right? We might start to feel even muscular fatigue because this might be the first time we're really waking up the body today. But I want you to know that your effort here on your mat doesn't just have to do with what's happening in this shape. That your effort here on your mat is a practice of what happens beyond the four corners of your mat, beyond the walls that you're practicing within, beyond your day-to-day experience, beyond yourself. Take a breath in here, and can you fully commit to this bridge pose? And as you breathe out, lower the body down. Nice. Go ahead and draw the knees up into the chest. Extend the heels towards the ceiling and release your palms face down by your sides. Let's take a big breath in. Exhale, lower your right leg to a hover off your mat. And we'll pause at the bottom. Take one big breath in. Press that low back down. And one breath out. Inhale, lift that left leg up. And exhale, lower your right leg down to a hover, pausing at the bottom, breathing in. And breathing out. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the feet on the ground, and right away, inhale, lift those hips up for your bridge pose. And again, tuck the shoulder blades underneath you. Let this feel good. Breathe in here. See if you can lift the hips a little higher. Exhale, lower the body down. Inhale, arms now reach up overhead, a nice big stretch. Exhale, roll off to one side and slowly work your way up to a seated position. Coming in across legs or maybe a hero's pose here. But with your seat connected, I want you to actively choose it, right? I want you to feel yourself where you are grounded and commit to being there. And with your seat grounded, let's inhale, reach the arms up overhead, a nice big stretch of the body. Exhale, release your left hand down by your side, and we'll inhale, take the right arm up and over for a side body stretch. Exhale, maybe we bend that left elbow a little more. And as you breathe in, can you spiral the heart open towards the sky? Full inhale. And full exhale here. Breathe in, reach both arms straight up. And exhale, release your right hand down. Inhale, left arm up and over for that side body stretch. And exhale, maybe we bend a little bit more through the right elbow. Inhale, opening the heart upward. Exhale, softening the corners of the eyes. Breathe in, reach both arms high to the sky. And then breathe out for a little back bend, elbows wide here. Inhale, reach those fingertips straight up one more time. Little back bend, elbows wide, but plant your hands by your sides. Fingers face out here. Plant your feet in front of you, reverse tabletop position. So just like that bridge pose, right? Focus on engaging the glutes and lifting through the front body by driving your knees away from you. And I kind of like to stir my body here a little bit, rock it from side to side, forward and back, and just kind of see what's up. See where I might be experiencing tension, see where I might be judging. And then we'll breathe in through the nose and slowly release our seat down on the breath out. Go ahead and sweep your legs out behind you. Find your way to all fours, a more traditional tabletop position. Right, but same idea as that reverse tabletop. I want you to really feel that back body get long. And I want you to press down here through the tops of the ankles with the hands a little in front of the shoulders, fingers fan out. Inhale, cow pose, dip the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, cat pose, round that spine, pull chin to chest. Breathe in, cow pose, lift tail, drop belly, expand the heart forward. And breathe out, cat pose, drop tail, round spine, chin pulls in. Breath in, cow pose, smile the collarbone, and if you're feeling crazy, maybe the mouth as well. Exhale, cat pose, round it back. Breathe in for your tabletop position. And breathe out, downward facing dog, nice and early, right? So paddle out that dog. Take the time to really feel out your downward facing dog. Lately, I've been digging sort of a wide stance with my feet and a generous bend in my knees so that I can focus on stretching through my shoulders and my upper back by melting my heart closer to my thighs. But listen, that's my downward dog and it's not yours. So what I'm asking you to do today is give yourself permission to maybe try something new. knowing that if it's not the thing that works for you, it is not the end of the world. And it's also not going to create like bad karma for you. Right? When we talk about this idea of karma in yoga, the word means action, right? And as we step on our mats and as we practice these shapes, we are taking physical action. However, there's two other types of action as well. We've got mental action, how we're showing up with our minds, and our spiritual action, which is what we're connected to on a deep level that influences how we show up in the world and what decisions we make. All of these things come together when we practice yoga. And in fact, they're referenced in the ancient yoga texts of the Bhagavad Gita. So this isn't just something I'm like making up right now because of the present world. We've got some history behind this that'll back up these choices we are making. So notice this shape. And I know you've probably done a million downward facing dogs in your life, but can we recognize and honor this one as unique? As an opportunity to practice being where we are and not trying to recreate what's already happened. Because if we get one go at this leg, one go at this downward facing dog right here, right now, we might as well give it all we've got, right? The way we do anything is the way we do everything. So can we choose this downward dog as a practice of being a good person, an honest person, as a practice of trying to get some good karma? Breathe and lift high on your toes. Exhale, settle your heels closer towards the mat. And then inhale, roll your body forward for a high plank pose. Right? And I want you to find a little bit of a wider stance with your feet in your high plank here, right? So my feet are almost on the outer edges of my mat. Take a big breath and press through the palms. And as you breathe out, lower your knees to the mat. Inhale, try to broaden your heart towards the front of your mat. And exhale, lower with care all the way down. Press to the tops of the ankles. Inhale, low cobra, lift the chest. Exhale, release it down. Let's squeeze those glutes and inhale, lift up, low cobra. Exhale, lower the chest down. Breathe and press to the knees. And breathe out, child's pose. Knees wide, big toes touch, arms walk long. And with the forehead on the mat, we notice where we're grounded and we notice where we're expansive. We notice the narrative that's happening around this experience right here and if it's actually working for us. If our thoughts are supporting our actions. Because self-betrayal is bad karma too, right? So can you feel yourself here? Breathe in through the nose and breathe out through the nose. Inhale to walk those fingers a little further out in front of you. Exhale, take them to the upper right corner of your mat, side body stretch. Breathe in through that left side body and breathe out here. Inhale, walk the fingers up through center. And exhale, take them over to the upper left corner of the mat. Full breath in here. And a full breath out. Inhale, hands walk through center, anchor through the palms as you breathe out. And it's tabletop position on your inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's curl those toes, lift the hips up and back. Let's take one breath in together. Open mouth, sigh out the breath. High plank, inhale, roll the body forward. Nice wide stance with the feet. Press through the palms as you breathe out. Now try to keep the weight even in your hands and just let your heels fall off to the right side of your mat, scooping your right hip underneath you. And you may notice that all the weight kind of wants to shift into your right hand. Can you even it out and reach your chest towards the top of your mat? Lift back up onto your toes, drop the heels to the left. And we pause, right? We just kind of witness what we're working with. This side might feel a little different, but essentially what we're doing is keeping the shoulders stable and twisting the low body. Breathe in, lift back up to center, high plank. Exhale, maybe lower the knees, but lower the whole body to the mat. Flip the feet, low cobra, lift the chest, listen. Exhale, lower it right back down. This time, medium cobra. Press the palms as you squeeze the glutes, protect the low back. Exhale, lower body down. Breathe in, tabletop or plank, whatever serves you. And breathe out, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift high on those toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look forward, and just walk your feet forward, top of the mat. And as you arrive, bend the knees a lot. Grab opposite elbows, crown of that head heavy. Little ragdoll action here. Right, that generous swaying from side to side. Heavy with the crown of the head. Nice and long through the spine. Yeah, I mean, just let it feel good. Maybe the arms hang heavy. Maybe there's another variation that works for you. There is no way that you can mess this up. Breathe in through the nose. and breathe out through the nose. Let's take one more inhale. Exhale, hands release down. Breathe in, peel that left arm high to the sky, simple twist. Exhale, release the left hand down. Inhale, right arm reaches high to the sky, lift up, up, up. And exhale, right hand down. Now inhale, halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, mountain pose, arms sweep high to the sky, lift up, up, up. And exhale, hands to heart center, pausing for a moment, maybe gazing down, maybe eyes closed. But wherever you are, I want you to feel your feet beneath you, your connection to where you are, the active choices you are making in this moment. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, hands by your side. Breathe in, mountain pose, reach all the way up. And as you exhale, arms wide, forward fold, leading with the heart. Halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs. And exhale, hands plant, step back, high plank pose. Perfect, big breath in here. Exhale, drop the heels to the right side of your mat. Keep the low body as it is. Breathe in, left arm to the sky. Now, option to stay here, you can always lower that right knee down, right? Big breath in through the nose. Exhale, left hand down, high plank. One breath in just like this. Heels fall to the left as you breathe out. Now inhale, take that right arm to the sky. Pause and breathe out. Maybe lower that left knee. Give yourself one more inhale. Exhale is right hand down. Full breath in. This time exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Breathe in, up dog or cobra. Strong through those glutes regardless. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift high on your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look at your hands, and step, hop, or float it. It's halfway lift, palms to shins or thighs. Inhale and forward fold, exhale. Mountain pose, press through the feet, reach through the arms. Exhale, hands to heart center. One breath in here, feel your spine lengthen up. Exhale, hands down by your sides, and we breathe and reach for the ceiling. And breathe out, swan dive forward. Halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, high plank, straight to down dog, or maybe you hop back and find your chaturanga in between. Upward facing dog or cobra or locust, really nice variations. Down dog, our destination. Right away, let's lift high on the toes and breathe in. Exhale, bend the knees, look at the hands, step, hop, or float it. We're gonna roll through that one more time. So halfway, lift a breath in like it's the best thing on earth, and then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, hands high. Yes, exhale, forward fold right away. Let's roll through. Halfway, lift a breath in. And then exhale, high plank, straight to chaturanga, or meet us in downward facing dog. And then we've got that up dog or that cobra, maybe a locust. Yeah, down dog is our destination, and we choose our down dog. Right, in the Bhagavad Gita, it says that one is to perform their duty because it must be done, right? But what does that mean, right? What must be done? And why should we follow that guideline? And here's the thing, that's up to you. What must be done is done in accordance with your own moral guidelines, right? Your core values that make you who you are, right? Your truth is yours and yours alone, which means the type of action you need to take is up to you. And what I want to say is that that physical action is the one that looks like it's having the biggest impact, right? But the mental action, the spiritual action comes before that. So when we're on our mats, we are laying the groundwork for what is to come next. Yoga is action, always better than inaction. So practice here, actively choosing. Breathe in through the nose and breathe out. Inhale, lift high on your toes, please. Exhale, bend your knees, look at your hands, step, hop, or float it. We've got our halfway lift on the breath in. Forward folds our breath out. Inhale, mountain pose, arms reach high to the sky. And exhale is right arm back, left arm forward. We're just gonna add a little standing twist here. Not the most exciting of poses, but every time we do anything, we're practicing. So we choose patience here, we choose commitment here, we choose action here. Breathe in, both arms high. And exhale is the left arm back, right arm forward, right? Notice if your hips are getting wild down below you, and see if you can point them forward. Breathe in, both arms high to the sky. And exhale, swan dive forward, just let it feel good. Nice, now halfway lift is our breath in through the nose. Listen, exhale, hands plant, left foot only steps back here. Drop the left knee, breathe in Anjaneyasana, hands reach high to the sky. right? And if it's your first one of these today, don't sweat it. Me too, right? Squeeze the inner thighs and then reach the arms up and then maybe hips descend forward, right? So more is not going to be more for you here. I want you to feel this bend at the base of your shoulder blades. So maybe the gaze comes up to the hands. Big breath in through the nose. And then exhale, let's take the right arm back and the left arm forward. So a nice twist through the spine. Breathe and sweep left arm high. Right hand falls down the back of that left thigh. Breathe out, half splits, hands release down, right leg straightens-ish. Full breath in through the nose. And a full breath out here. Inhale, we're gonna crawl it forward, low lunge, hands frame the right foot. Curl the left toes under and pop the left knee off the mat as you breathe out. Take your right arm high to the sky. Inhale, lift up, up, up. And then listen, exhale, step back, side plank pose. So nice and early, you've done the staggered variation, so you can always return to that. You can always lower that left knee down. Trust your body where you are. Take a big breath in. And then exhale, right hand comes down. Hold here, breathe in to float your right toes off the mat if you want. Exhale, lower just halfway. Three-legged dog, big breath in. And then forget about what just happened. Let your left heel get heavy. And breathe in, peel that right knee up and open for a scorpion dog. Breathe out, knee to nose, roll it forward. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step through low lunge. And from here, tent the hands, breathe in, cow lunge, dip the hips, lift the heart. Breathe out, cat lunge, round your spine, pull chin to chest. Inhale, cow lunge, let's hit it one more time. Exhale, cat lunge, round it back. Breathe in, Anjaneyasana, right? Like a wave, we roll the body forward and up. And then breathe out, half splits, hands come down or maybe fly behind you. Nice, inhale, low lunge. We know this transition, hands plant, left knee lifts. Exhale, zip the core and plant your left hand. Inhale, take your right arm high, but listen, exhale, horizon lunge, roll to the outside edges of the feet. Breathe in, lift and rainbow the body. Breathe out, wide-legged fold, quarter turn to your left. Right? And you just let the crown of the head get heavy. A little bend in the knees. Let the weight spill forward into the ball mounds of the feet and settle. And settle and choose, right? Know that even in this relative stillness, you're good and that you can practice using yoga as a skill to take action here. Breathe in for your wide-legged halfway lift. Breathe out, fly the arms wide. And then inhale, five-pointed star. See how much space you can take up with the body? Yeah, exhale, warrior two. Right knee bends, right? Nice and early. So don't worry about if the hips are a little chatty. Just focus on finding a comfortable shape with this today. We don't need to push to the very edges. Just shoulders over hips-ish and then right knee over right ankle-ish, right? Arms long gaze over that right hand. Breathe in, reverse your warrior, tip it up and back. And then breathe out, extended side angle. So reach long with that right arm, right elbow down. Left arm wraps up and over. A breath in through the nose. And as you breathe out, Skandasana, back of your mat. So we'll bend into that left knee. Maybe the right toes lift, maybe right foot stays planted. Focus on engaging the glutes. Wherever you are, take a breath in through your nose. And a breath out, low lunge, top of the mat. Nice. Inhale, right arm high, yet again twisting. Exhale, side plank pose. Step the right foot back, whatever variation you like. Try to wrap your right ribs towards the center front line of the body. Take a full inhale. And then exhale is chaturanga or downward dog. So lower halfway. Up dog, cobra, or locust back bend of your choice. Downward facing dog, our destination. And we breathe in through the nose here. And we breathe out through the nose here. Inhale, lift high on your toes, please. Exhale, bend your knees, look at your hands and step, hop or float it. Notice the mental karma yoga. Halfway, lift a breath in. Forward fold, a breath out. Inhale, mountain pose, arm sweep all the way to the sky. Listen, exhale is right arm back, left arm forward. Hold here, breathe in. Bend your knees, twisted chair on your breath out. Yeah, and notice what happens, right? How the body wants to do all kinds of adjustments. And you're good. One more breath in here. And one more breath out. Inhale, mountain pose, straighten the legs, arms reach high. And exhale is left arm back, right arm forward. We take a big breath in. And exhale, sit down chair pose with a twist side too. Yeah. And notice if the hips are getting really sassy off to one side or the other. Can we draw them back in and align the knees? Full breath in. And full breath out. Inhale all the way up, mountain pose. Elbows wide, baby back bend, sigh out that breath. Inhale, arms reach high. Exhale, swan dive forward. Halfway lift your breath in here. And then exhale, hands plant, right foot only steps back. Yeah, and we'll just drop the right knee. Breathe in Anjaneyasana. Right, arms high. Lock in that low body though, right? Zip the inner thighs. Press your left heel forward. And then hands reach up. A full breath in through the nose. And a full breath out through the nose. See if you can lift the rib cage up as you inhale, maybe gaze towards the ceiling. And then exhale is left arm back, right arm forward, right? We feel this extension from the chest out into the fingertips. Breathe in, take that right arm to the sky, left hand falls down the back of that right leg. And then exhale, half splits, hands windmill down, and the left leg straightens-ish. And all we're looking for is a little sensation. A breath in through the nose allows us to explore it. A breath out through the nose allows us to deepen. Now inhale, crawl the body forward, plant the hands. Then exhale, lift your right knee off the mat. Breathe and take your left hand to the sky for your simple twist. And one step at a time, we step back, side plank pose, right? So maybe feet stagger. Maybe you drop the right knee down. Maybe you stack the feet. Maybe you lift a foot. Take a breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, it's left hand down for your high plank pose. Now option here, breathe in, float the left toes off the mat. Breathe out, chaturanga, lower halfway, three-legged dog, left heel sweeps high. And then exhale, let the right heel get heavy. We breathe in for scorpion dog, bending left knee and peeling it open. And we breathe out, knee to nose, roll it forward. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. This time, step it through top of the mat. We've got our cow lunge on the breath in. And our cat lunge on the breath out. Inhale, cow lunge, roll it forward, expand the chest. And exhale, cat lunge, round it back. Breathe in for Anjaneyasana. Drop your back knee again like a wave. Body sweeps forward and up. And it's airplane arms, half splits on your breath out. Full inhale through the nose, broaden across the chest. And full exhale, now we breathe and crawl it forward. Plant the hands, pop the right knee off the mat. Exhale, plant the right hand, and then take that left arm high as you breathe in simple twist. This time, horizon lunge. Roll to the outside edges of those feet and dip the hips. Yes. Inhale, lift and rainbow the whole body. Exhale, wide-legged fold, quarter turn to your right. I'm going to turn to face you. And then we'll breathe in for our wide-legged halfway lift. Breathe out, fly the arms wide. Inhale, five-pointed star. Body gets big, reach as wide as you can. Exhale, warrior two. It's left knee bending here, right? We feel this length here from chest out to fingertips. Focus on how it feels in the body instead of trying to force yourself into a shape. Don't let your mind betray your physical experience. Find the tangible and work with what you've got. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Tip it up and back. Exhale, extended side angle. See how long you can reach. And then it's left elbow down. Right arm wraps up and over on your breath in. Maybe hips sink towards that left heel on your breath out. We take a full inhale for space in the body. Exhale, Skandasana. Bending into that right knee. A full breath in through the nose. Maybe we stay lifted to engage the glutes. And a full breath out. We've got one more inhale just here. Exhale, low lunge, crawl it forward, hands frame your left foot. Inhale, peel your left arm high, and exhale is side plank pose. We step it back. Yes. Yeah, and find your variation. Right? Think about wrapping the left rib cage down towards the center front line of the body. Bumping the right hip up into the left, taking a full inhale to where you are. And as you exhale, it's chaturanga or downward dog. Really nice variations. Yes, find yourself here. Breathe in to open the heart. And breathe out, downward facing dog. A full inhale through the nose. And a nice open mouth exhale. Inhale, high on your toes, please. Exhale, bend your knees, look at your hands, and step, hop, or float. Halfway lift is your inhale. Hold here, fly the arms out behind you. Exhale. Breathe in, chair pose, arms high to the sky. So we bend the knees and settle that weight back into the heels. But this time, let's draw those hands down to heart center. Right, take a big breath in through your nose without making contact, elbow to thigh. I want you to twist to the left side, right? So we're going to keep the shoulders lifted. What I want you to notice is if your hips swing way off to the right side, right? We just gently draw them back in and press firmly through the feet, right? This is a perfectly good twist. Pushing for more is not going to necessarily serve us better, not as exciting to look at or experience, I got you, but it's the same thing. Draw yourself back through center. We're gonna twist to the right and just feel the spine rotating. Feel where we might be cheating ourselves by swinging the hips. Full breath in. Start trusting your experience, breathe out. And then inhale, chair pose back to center. We'll be back for more, don't sweat it. Exhale, lean and fly. Now mountain pose, root to rise, arms sweep up, elbows wide, sigh out that breath. Inhale, reach for the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold, bow it all the way down. We're gonna pick up the pace here. Halfway lift is your inhale. Exhale, hands plant, left foot steps back, drop the left knee. Breathe in, Anjaneyasana, arms high. Breathe out, right arm back, left arm forward, and inhale, tip it up, side body stretch. Exhale, half splits, hands windmill down. Breathe in, crawl it forward, low lunge, and as you breathe out, plant your left hand. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale, side plank pose, hovering the right foot, maybe. Big breath in. Exhale is your chaturanga, lower halfway down, and then three-legged dog, big breath in. Exhale, knee to nose, roll it forward. Inhale, scorpion dog, right knee lifts up and open. Exhale, low lunge, step through top of your mat, and cow lunge as your breath in, lift the heart. Cat lunge, your breath out, round that spine. Hit it again, cow lunge, breathe in, dip the hips. Cat lunge, breathe out, round it back. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, back knee down, arms forward and up. Half splits, maybe those airplane arms on the breath out. Inhale, low lunge with a twist right away, right arm high. Exhale, horizon lunge, dip the hips. Inhale, lift and rainbow the body. And exhale, wide-legged fold, quarter turn to the left. It's our halfway lift as we breathe in. Fly the arms, breathe out, strong core, strong glutes. Inhale, five-pointed star, body gets big. Exhale, warrior two, right knee bends. Breathe in, reverse that warrior. Breathe out, extended side angle. Inhale, reach through the left fingertips, and exhale, skandasana, back of your mat. Arms fly wide, a big breath in through the nose. Exhale, low lunge, top of your mat. Inhale, right arm to the sky, and we're back side plank pose on the breath out. We take one inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, lower halfway or all the way. Up dog or cobra, breathe in. Down dog, breathe out. High on your toes, inhale. Bend your knees, look at your hands, and exhale, step, hop, or float it. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out, mountain pose, arms sweep all the way up. Exhale, swan dive forward, let's knock out side two. Halfway lift is your inhale here, and as you exhale, hands plant, step the right foot back, drop the right knee, breathe in, Anjaneyasana, arms high. Breathe out, half splits, hands come down. Inhale, let's come right back up, Anjaneyasana, and throw that twist in there. Exhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Inhale, take that right arm high. And we're back, half splits here, hands windmill down. Inhale, roll it forward, low lunge, pop the right knee up, and exhale, plant your right hand. Inhale, left arm high, and exhale for your side plank pose. We breathe in, maybe lift the left foot up. Breathe out, chaturanga, left foot hovers. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, roll forward. Breathe in, scorpion dog, peel the knee open. Exhale, low lunge, step through. Cow lunge, inhale, lift the chest. Cat lunge, exhale, round that spine. Cow lunge, we breathe in, open the heart. And cat lunge, we breathe out. Anjaneyasana, inhale, back knee down, arms forward and up. Half splits, maybe airplane arms on that breath out. Inhale, low lunge, roll it forward, lift the right knee. Exhale, plant the right hand. And we inhale, peel the left arm high, and horizon lunge as our breath out, dip those hips, reach back. Yes, inhale, lift and rainbow. Exhale, wide-legged fold. Inhale, wide-legged halfway lift. And exhale, skandasana, left knee bends. Arms fly wide, a big breath in through the nose. And exhale here. Breathe in all the way up, five-pointed star. Ooh-wee. Exhale, warrior two, bend into your left knee. Inhale, reverse that warrior, tip it up and back. Exhale, extended side ankle. Breathe in, wrap the right arm up and over. Breathe out, skandasana. All right, arms fly wide, big breath in through the nose. Exhale, low lunge, top of your mat. We'll inhale for our simple twist. And exhale, side plank pose, step it back. A full breath in through the nose right here, and exhale is chaturanga, lower halfway or all the way. Got our up dog or our cobra on the breath in, and our downward facing dog on that breath out. Nice work. Inhale, high on the toes. Exhale, bend your knees, look at your hands, and step, hop, or float. Halfway lift a breath in. Forward fold, breath out. Inhale, mountain pose, arms sweep high to the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center, pause. Notice the breath within the body. Notice the physical body and where you're standing, where it's taking up space. You might even take a moment, hand to heart and belly, and feel yourself where you are. And then notice your mind getting involved, where you're second guessing yourself, where you're telling stories that have nothing to do with reality. And notice if there's something deeper you can connect to, something that will allow you to take action in this moment. And maybe it's just changing one thought pattern. Maybe it's choosing to continue moving on, right? Allow yourself in this moment to go all in. One is to perform their duty because it's what must be done. Breathe and sweep those arms high to the sky. Breathe out. We'll drop the hands down to heart center, chair pose, Utkatasana. All right, and for this first one, again, a little space between the legs. Just trust me and try it this way if you haven't before. Take a breath in, and then we're going to draw the left elbow back as we twist to the left side. Option to stay here. Option to bring the right elbow inside of that right thigh. And if you make contact, press elbow to thigh, thigh into elbow. Try to keep those hands at heart center. Right? Try to sit your seat below your shoulders and just see what happens. Weight in the heels. Yes, big breath in. Nice adjustments. And big breath out. Now right back up through center as you inhale. Start by simply drawing your right elbow back and twisting to the right. And then maybe left elbow inside the left thigh. Right? And then we draw the thumbs to heart center. And ooh, maybe the right hip is getting a little sassy. You pull it back inward, right? Settle the weight into the heels so the hips a little bit lower. Breathe in, chair pose to center. Arms reach high. Breathe out, lean and fly. Inhale, mountain pose, grow tall here, and exhale, swan dive forward, heart leads the way. Halfway lift a breath in, and then you're the boss, high plank, chaturanga, or downward facing dog, taking only what you need, knowing that more is not necessarily better, and that by pushing ourselves when it's not necessary, by torturing ourselves with extra chaturangas if it's not making us feel good, all we're doing is selling ourselves short in this experience of life, that self-betrayal that comes with that negative internal narrative. So can we let that go? Can we give ourselves permission to take it a little easier if that's what we need today, or even if it's the opposite of what we normally do? Give ourselves permission to push a little harder, even if it's the opposite of what we normally do. Can we begin that action right here by simply choosing it in the mind? Let's breathe and get that right heel to the sky for three-legged dog. Hold here, even out the weight in your palms. And then inhale to lift your right inner thigh a little higher. And as you exhale to right knee to left elbow. So effectively twisting by scooping the right hip underneath us. Scorpion dog, peel the right knee up and open, heel to glute. Light up the glute, light up the glute. Exhale, knee to nose. Step through low lunge here. Inhale, right hand high, simple twist. Exhale, horizon lunge, dip the hips and reach back. Now inhale, lifted rainbow, the body listen all the way to Skandasana as you breathe out. Inhale, five-pointed star, get big. Exhale, goddess pose, elbows wide, heels in. Yeah, but really actively widen the knees, right? It's easy to just kind of like hang out in your joints here, but I want you to press down through the feet, press them away from each other, and notice how the inner thighs lengthen. We knit the low ribs, scoot our seat, and then elbows to shoulder height. Yeah, as if you could press your elbows wider to broaden across the chest. So nice, big breath in. And we sit a little lower on that breath out. So good. Breathe in, five-pointed star. Breathe out, warrior two, right knee bends. Inhale, reverse that warrior, tip it up and back. Exhale, extended side angle. Hold here, big breath in, all that side body length. Listen, I want you to breathe out and knit your low ribs in. High crescent is your inhale. Rotate on the back toes. Hands reach high to the sky. And as we exhale, lean and fly, this flying crescent. Inhale, standing left knee raise, draw everything up with you. And we pause here. Drop hands down to heart center, left ankle, right thigh, figure four. Yeah, and then we just bend the right knee. And we settle the way back. Hands at heart center, breathe in. We sit a little lower on that breath out. Now, option to add a twist. I'm going to turn to face you here, right? Begin by dragging your right elbow back. And then option to take the left elbow to the inner arch of that left foot. And maybe it's there today and maybe it's not. And either way, you're doing it perfectly. So don't sweat. Don't let that get in the way of you pursuing action in your life. Don't let that internal narrative mess up your karma. Take a breath in and a breath out. Let's inhale up for our standing knee raise, lift high. Exhale, airplane pose, stretch it out. We've got one big breath in, listen, flying crescent. Breathe out, step it back. Arms sweep high on our inhale, and warrior two is our breath out. This time, reverse your triangle on the inhale. Should feel good. Press your right heel away. And exhale, triangle pose. Bump your hips out behind you. Arms fly wide, breath in and breath out. Inhale, reverse your warrior now. Deep bend in that front knee. And exhale, extended side angle. Perfect. Breathe in, high crescent lunge. Rotate on the back toes, arms sweep forward and up. Breathe out, lean and fly. Listen. Keep your body as it is, hands to heart center on your inhale. And then exhale, left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. And once you've got contact, press elbow to thigh into elbow, thumbs at heart. We breathe in to broaden across the chest. And we breathe out to knit those low ribs in. Inhale, lift way up on your left toe, shift the weight into the right foot. And then with care, left foot steps forward next to right, revolve chair. Right, we've got other options now. So if that elbow doesn't want to stay all the way over there, bring it inside the left thigh. Right, or come back to this simple twist. Or come back to this simple twist, or even mountain pose with a twist, whatever works for your body, but wherever you are, choose it. Let this be a moment of action. An opportunity to practice being where you are, to practice pursuing your commitment to growth, so that not only can you show up for this shape, but so that you can show up for your life in the rest of the world and serve people out in the world, right? Take a big breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, chair pose, both arms high, stick with it, trust those legs. Exhale, lean and fly. Mountain pose, we root to rise, reach up and elbows wide, sigh out the work. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, a breath in. High plank, chaturanga or down dog, breath out. You're good. You've got it. Trust your body. Follow what feels good. There's this idea, right, in capitalism, I think that our feelings don't matter and that logic always is better than checking in with our feelings. And the thing about what's happening in the world right now is that we can feel it, right? We can feel the injustice. We can hear it. We can see it. And this practice on our mat allows us to be more sensitive to those things, to recognize right away when something's off or not working, to find power in stepping into action in those moments. So feel your experience. Trust yourself where you are. Yoga is skill in action. Let this action begin here. Inhale, left heel to the sky. Even out the weight in your palms as you breathe in. And then inhale to lift your inner left thigh a little higher. Exhale, left knee to right elbow, cross it up, right? Keep the weight even in the hands. Feel this as a twist, scoop that left hip. And then scorpion dog, peel your left knee up and open. Perfect. Exhale, knee to nose, roll it forward. Step through low lunge. Breathe in, take your left arm high to the sky, simple twist. And horizon lunge as your breath out, dip those hips, reach for the back of your mat. Inhale, lift and rainbow the body. Exhale all the way around, Skandasana. And then breathe in and reach up here, 5-pointed star. Breathe out, goddess pose, elbows wide, heels, and right away lock in through the low body and the legs. Widen the knees, sit the hips a little bit lower. Breathe in, bring those arms up, elbows at shoulder height. Exhale, knit the low ribs. And then inhale, get big body, takes up space. Warrior two, exhale to the top of your mat, left knee bends. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Breathe in here. Again, breathe out, feel that stability through the core. High crescent, inhale to rotate on the right toes. Exhale, we lean and fly. Listen, it's standing right knee raise as you inhale, draw the right knee up. And then figure four, hands to heart, right? And we press the right knee down as we bend the left knee. Hands can stay at heart center. Flex through the right ankle. And if you want to add on, begin your twist by dragging your left elbow back. And then maybe right elbow finds the inside arch of that right foot. Right, if you've got contact, really try to press your foot into your elbow into your foot. If it's not happening on this side or today or ever, who cares? It doesn't matter, right? So let yourself off the hook there. Instead, practice getting better at that self-care, that self-compassion. Practice that mental action that will better allow you to show up in the world. One more breath into where you are. And one more breath out. Inhale, standing right here is lift everything up. Listen, exhale, flying crescent, big step back. And we breathe in up for crescent lunge. We breathe out, warrior two. This time, reverse your triangle, straighten that left leg, open the side body. Yes, exhale, triangle pose. Kick your hips out behind you, left arm down, right arm high. Pause here, breathe in. Strong through that core on your breath out. Inhale, reverse your warrior, tip it up and back. And exhale, extended side angle, long through that left arm. Breathe in, crescent lunge, rotate on the back toes. Listen, lean and fly, breath out, upper body stays as is. Hands to heart center on your inhale. And then we'll twist to the left on our exhale. And maybe right elbow outside that left thigh. But once you've got contact, again, press surface into surface, thigh into elbow, elbow to thigh. Take a big breath in, lift way up onto your right tiptoes. And with care, right foot steps forward, revolve chair pose. And then you just find the variation that works for you, right? Always giving yourself permission to edit as necessary. So maybe that elbow stays there. Maybe it moves inside of the opposite thigh. Maybe you fly the arms wide. Maybe you try something new, because if you never try it, you'll never know. And action is always better than inaction. Breathe in here. Trust your body. You're good. One more breath out. And then chair pose. Inhale, reach those arms high. Exhale, lean and fly. Stick with me. We're going right back into chair pose. Breathe in. Drinking bird. Lift the heels, the hips, the hands. Dip that nose down. Now stay on your toes. Come back to chair pose. Arms reach high. And then we keep bending the knees. And keep bending the knees. Try to press the front of your ankles towards the top of your mat. And then let your seat come to your heels, hands down, knees wide. Yeah. And then walk your arms long in front of your body, letting the weight of your low body counteract the weight of your upper body as hands walk forward. We breathe in. Head might hang heavy. We breathe out. Two more. Inhale. And exhale. One more breath in. And one more breath out. Walk those hands in towards the body. And then just find your way to a seat. Yeah. Extending the legs out in front of you. A little bend in the knees. Toes curl back towards the nose. Find your seat steady underneath you. And if at all possible, allow yourself to just be here. In fact, maybe fingertips or palms to the ground on either side of you. This moment is not about what happened throughout the course of class. It's not about what you have going on next. This pose or this shape, this body, this breath can be an offering that you give yourself, an opportunity to cultivate that skill of attention, skill of compassion, and skill of trust. So can you find yourself here and let this moment contribute to that positive karma? Breathe in and breathe out. And then we'll just inhale, reach the arms up overhead, and exhale, lower onto our backs. Bending the knees, bringing the soles of the feet to the ground. And then draw your right knee up into your chest here. And hang on to it in a way that's comfortable. So you might just interlace hands behind the thigh or on top of the shin, and then see what it's like to straighten your left leg. Right? If it doesn't feel good on the low back, you can still keep a bend in it so it feels supportive to your body. We'll find our supine twist. Left hand drags the right knee up and over here. Right arm extends out. And if there's a variation that you like better than this, then find that variation. But wherever you are, try to breathe into where you feel tension. And that might not always be physical tension. You might notice again that mind get really active as the body starts to slow down, and that's okay. Right? You're not making a mistake. There's no way you can mess this up. What's happening is you're receiving a little data point that you can use in your big map of figuring out what the best version of you and your life looks like. You're like, oh, well, that didn't feel very good. Let me try something else. It might be an affirmation, more supportive thought. It might be just a shift in focus to the present moment by finding your breath or feeling your body. But let these skills build in every way, right? All three. Trust yourself here. Maybe we soften the jaw a little bit. The corners of the eyes. And then with care, we'll roll our way back up to center. With that right knee into the chest, let's pull the left knee into. And bringing the hands to the fronts of the shins or the backs of the thighs, we'll just find a modified happy baby. So let the knees fall forward and wide. And gravity do the work here. You might rock from side to side and just kind of see what's going on. Breathe in through the nose. Then breathe out through the nose. One more inhale. One more exhale. Draw the knees into the chest for a moment and then soles of the feet down. Bring both hands around the left shin or the back of the left thigh. It's something that feels easy, right? And easeful. And then we see about straightening the right leg, finding that extension in the front of the right hip. If it doesn't feel good, bend the knee a little bit. Okay? Breathe in. Supine twist. Right hand drags left knee up and over. Left arm extends out behind you. And we let ourselves be here. With permission to not try to get anywhere else. Full inhale. And full exhale. Deep breath in. And deep breath out here. 3 more. Inhale. And exhale. Full breath in. Long breath out. 1 more inhale through the nose. And 1 more exhale. And we'll roll back up to center. Draw the left knee into the chest, draw the right knee into the chest. And then option to take the modified happy baby we took before, option to reach for the outer ankles, the outer edges of the feet, or maybe your peace fingers, index and middle fingers, find your big toes. And you just draw the knees wide. And rock side to side, straightening one leg and then the other. And then as you feel ready, right, those last few movements, we'll settle into our final resting pose. And you can end the same way we began, with feet planted, hands on the body. If you prefer a more traditional ending pose, extend your legs and your arms and find Shavasana, corpse pose. If you prefer any other position, something less traditional, then you're invited to do whatever you want here. Remember that it's a choice. Remember that you can always change the choice you made. Give yourself permission right here to pursue taking action even when you aren't physically moving. Breathe in. Breathe out. Trust yourself here. Relax. I'll bring you up in a couple minutes. slowly, as you feel called, begin to wake the body up. Of course, if you'd like to stay where you are welcome to continue this rest as long as you have time this morning. But if movement is calling, or you've got somewhere to be, start to move the fingers and the toes, the wrists and the ankles, and we'll just work our way up to a comfortable seated position. And take a few rounds of breath to arrive. Once you find your seat again, it seems like, we're finishing the yoga, but every moment is this opportunity to step into it. And if we think about yoga as skill in action, even when we're not considering our practice, we're still developing skills because we're always in movement, always taking action, whether it's physical, mental, or spiritual. So even these in-between moments, or maybe especially these in-between moments, we choose to cultivate that skill. Take a breath into where you are, please. And a breath out through the nose. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, a nice big stretch. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me today. Always such a treat, such a pleasure to be able to practice with you. A moment of gratitude as well for the people and the culture who created this practice of yoga that we all benefit from. My hands at heart center, and from the very bottom of my heart, I bow humbly to each and every one of you. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for coming, everyone. My Venmo link is in my Instagram. I'll make a big donation on Tuesday morning. Thanks to all of you. I'm so excited that we get to keep supporting these amazing local nonprofits. Y'all are the best. That's all I have to say. We'll be back here next Saturday. I've got some big news coming up soon as far as classes and schedule stuff. So make sure you're subscribed to my newsletter as well. That's all I have to say. I love you.
Thank you, Isabel.
Bye. Thank you. Have the best day.
Thank you.
Bye.